2011, as well as any other similar ordinances are hereby repealed, and any other, and any uses previously authorized by those sections are hereby prohibited. Section 3. Any land in the village currently or previously used to operate a skilled-based amusement machine or any games operating within a similar manner, including those identified in Section 1 of this ordinance, shall be treated as abandoned, and if use, excuse me, if the use ceases for more than 30 days, once abandoned for more than 30 days, the abandoned use and all similar uses are expressly prohibited and cannot be legal, non-conforming uses of the land of the village. Section 4. Section 3 of this ordinance shall supersede any provisions of this village zoning code which provides for the different time frame for the abandonment of use of the land in legal non-conforming use. Section 5. That any and all parts of ordinances or resolutions of the village of Lakemore which are inconsistent herewith be and the same are hereby repealed, but if not inclusive herein, excuse me, the same are hereby ratified and confirmed. Section 6. This is found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121-22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 7, this ordinance shall take effect and be enforced at the earliest period allowed by law.
Okay, thank you, John. Mrs. Cochran, are you with us? Could you hear everything clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're all here, perfect attendance. We do have,
Tracy's voice changed a little bit.
it sure did.
She's a little hoarse.
Yeah, yeah, so we are moving, I'm not sure if you have your agenda, but we're moving into the public discussion time for this public hearing. So is there anyone present that would like to speak to ordinance number 1838-2023? Nobody present? Okay, we'll keep it open for about 20 more minutes. If anyone comes to speak, you're more than willing to do that. Otherwise, we'll kind of hang out and wait for that, right?
Yeah. So,
Usually we adjourn.
This quickly, you want to?
I mean, we could give it a 10.
I mean, it's 6:37.
Started at 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody is there to speak on behalf of this or against it, in the past we had adjourned. But that, you do what you want to do.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes.
I mean, unless
What time
someone's
is it?
breaking down the
37.
doors to get in here, they
Wait
would
till
have already
40.
been
wait till
here.
40.
but-
Yeah, we'll give it
45.
10 minutes.
Okay.
10
Are we
minutes.
on camera right now? Or no?
No.
We're not.
Oh, we are. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we are.
It's a bummer
Oh,
we
we
can't.
are.
Bummer we
Sorry.
can't bump the meeting. And just
Time.
Go
We'll
right
like call it
into-
time out and then start the other stuff.
We'll be okay. No, wait a minute, give me a second. We'll step out for one moment.
Yeah. I don't know there's any reason to move into executive session. So just a couple more minutes and we'll adjourn.
Yeah, it's 6:38, so it's. Yeah.
Just to be clear, nobody's here for the gaming ordinance, correct? Okay.
good deal.
Basically,
I mean, it's.
probably when John comes back with a decision.
I
Basically,
know.
when John comes back. with a
Yeah.
decision.
Sure.
I think John's going to get batteries for.
I think he's calling for, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did you find that lid? That lid took off, man.
The
As soon as we
lid.
adjourn, I'll go on a hunt.
The
I-
lid.
Oh, I found it.
The
You
lid.
did?
Oh yeah, it's right there, it's by the refrigerator.
Thanks, Nikki.
Say it takes a mom.
It takes a mom, yep.
Moms find everything.
Hey, how's
It's
it?
like,
Hi.
Hello.
it's like Spanky used to say, you can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool mom.
You can't. I know. You're absolutely right.
Sure. Yeah, right by Laura. That's good. Laura, you got your own speaker. I don't know if you're watching, but you got your own
Did you
speaker
see
right
this
by
cake?
the phone.
I'm not
It's the only one they had.
on a
It's
Zoom.
like I
I'm
hope
just
that
on the
Chief
phone
doesn't
call.
Okay.
Hey,
get mad at the bright colors, but
Cake's a cake.
I don't think he cared. So. And the deli lady had to help me with it, so she was like,
Did you get it, Jamie?
yeah. Oh. It's the thought that counts, right, Richard?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, the cake.
Yeah. I feel bad. I'm looking at it and I'm
Nikki,
like, oh my
Nikki and I have
god.
been running around
About
since
what?
the cake.
I only had this like really bright cake for
That's fine.
Chief Reinbold's
And this
send
is
off.
thank you. That's not what we asked.
I said thank you,
We're,
Chief.
we're thankful for it, though.
But the deli lady had to come.
Help us.
Somebody go open the door for John, please.
Yeah.
He's locked out.
You can't find
Thank you.
it.
Look, he's like, let me
It's
help.
6:40.
6:40. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meat lady was like, I don't normally write on these. I'm like, just do your best.
Just put it up.
I'm like, thank you, Chief. And then she walked away. And then when I got it back, I was like,
Thank you.
I'm like, I'm just taking it. I gotta go.
Should have went to Dairy Queen.
I was like, thank you.
It's 6:40, John. Yeah, 6:41.
I got you.
Yeah, I know.
Right. All right.
Hope nobody was trying to come.
I'm looking then for a motion to adjourn from council.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Ed. Roll call, please.
All right. Mr. Strittmatter,
Yes.
Mrs. Coons,
Yes.
Mr. Reitner,
Yes.
Ms. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Ray.
Yes.
And again, Ms. Cochran's on the phone. Thank you for joining
Yes.
us. 6:41. That's good.
Alright, so we got 18 minutes?
Yep.
19?
For the next.
Cool.
That's okay.
Did you get through?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Here.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coons? Here. Mr. Eitner?
Here.
Miss Anderson?
Here.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, I'm looking first, although she's on the phone, we're looking for a motion to excuse Mrs. Cochran this evening.
I move that we excuse Mrs. Cochran from the meeting.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
So
All right.
many.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Miss Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. Next, we're looking for a motion to
Thank you,
accept,
guys.
she says thank you. We're looking next for a motion to accept minutes from January 2nd, 2024 council meeting as presented, not read, please.
I'll make the motion to accept minutes from January 2nd, 2024, council meeting as presented, not read.
I second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Miss Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Thank you. We're looking next for a motion to accept purchase orders from January 1st, 2024 to January 12th, 2024, totaling $2,501,585.22, please. As presented, not read, sorry.
I'll make a motion to accept purchase orders from January 1st, 2024 to January 12th, 2024, totaling $2,501,585.22 as presented and not read.
I second.
Any discussion?
It's just that 1 million who went to the sewer bill. Look.
Yep.
Look.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Eitner?
Here. Yes.
Miss Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Thank you, Council. We're looking next for a motion to accept bills from January 1st, 2024 to January 12th, 2024, totaling $48,873.38 as presented, not read, please.
I'll make a motion to accept bills from January 1st, 2024 to January 12th, 2024, totaling $48,873.38 as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion?
Just that the sewer bill is the bill. Not the,
Yeah,
not the purchase orders. Just kidding. Went ahead of myself there.
that's all right. Roll call, please.
Miss Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Council. We're moving next into the reading of ordinances and resolutions, Megan.
Resolution number 7328-2024. A resolution approving the promotion of fire medic Jeremy Dash to lieutenant in the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, council approves the promotion of Jeremy Dash from fire medic to lieutenant in the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this promotion is effective immediately. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7329-2024. A resolution approving the promotion of Lieutenant Bryce Hughes to captain in the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, council approves the promotion of Bryce Hughes from lieutenant to captain in the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this promotion is effective immediately. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7330-2024. A resolution approving the Lakemore Fire Department to apply for a grant with the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation to purchase safety equipment and supplies. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, council approves the Lakemore Fire Department to apply for a grant through the Firefighter Exposure to Environmental Elements Grants Program, FEEEG. This grant can fund up to $15,000 and is a 5-to-1 match. Section 2, the fire department will apply to purchase personal protection maintenance equipment and supplies. Section 3, this This resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this grant application review can be timely. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution 7331-2024, a resolution approving the Lakemore Fire Department to apply to the Ohio State Fire Marshal Equipment Grant for fire supplies. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the Lakemore Fire Department to apply for funds to replace the fire hose from the Ohio State Fire Marshal Equipment Grant. The grant funding can be up to $15,000 with no local match owed by the Village of Lakemore. Section 2, the fire department will apply to replace sections of attack hose and supply hose. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, as this grant application deadline is January 31st, 2024. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution 7332-2024, a resolution confirming the mayor's appointments of Laura Cochran, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for 2024. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, the mayor's appointment of Laura Cochran, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for the 2024 is hereby confirmed. Section 2, that is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in the meetings open to the public. In compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121-22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7333-2024, a resolution accepting the resignation of Chief Brett Reinbold with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, Council regretfully accepts the resignation of Chief Brett Reinbold with the Lakemore Fire Department and thanks him for his service. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and of any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in the meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect on February 2nd, 2024. Resolution number 7334-2024. A resolution requesting that Summit County Fiscal Officer make an advance payment of tax funds for the tax year 2023 payable in 2024 to the Village of Lakemore Treasury. Whereas Ohio Revised Code Section 321.34 authorizes local authorities to receive an advancement of local funds and or taxes from the county fiscal officer when the local authority requests such advancement through resolution. And whereas the Village of Lakemore will benefit now receiving advance funds to afford current expenditures. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, that the Council of the Village of Lakemore hereby requests that the Summit County Fiscal Officer make an advance payment of tax funds for the tax year 2023 payable in 2024 to the Village of Lakemore. Section 2, that the Village of Lakemore Fiscal Officer is hereby authorized and directed to forward a copy of this resolution to the Summit County Fiscal Officer. Section 3, that it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of the Council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this Council, and that all deliberations of this Council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore and shall take effect and enforce immediately. Resolution 7335-2024. A resolution amending ordinance 1554-2016, an ordinance revising the pay for the zoning inspector for the Village of Lakemore and declaring an emergency. Whereas council desires to amend the rate of the compensation for John Berenger effective immediately, now therefore be it ordained by the council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, the gross monthly salary for John Berenger will increase 5% in 2024. His gross monthly salary will increase from $459.46 to $482.43. Section 2, John Berenger shall receive a pay rate increase of 2% occur annually from January 1st, 2025 until December 31st of 2029, at which time rates of the pay will be reevaluated. Section 3, in any ordinance or resolution or parts of ordinance or resolutions in conflict with this resolution are hereby repealed. Any ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances and resolutions not in conflict with this resolution shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, this resolution is an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore for the reason that properly compensated employees are the cornerstone of the village operations. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Resolution number 7336-2024. A resolution proclaiming the Village of Lakemore will recognize January 21st to January 27th, 2024 as School Choice Awareness Week. Whereas all children in the Village of Lakemore should have access to the highest quality education possible. And whereas the Village of Lakemore recognizes the important role that an effective education plays in preparing all students in the Village of Lakemore to be successful adults. And whereas quality education is critically important to the economic vitality of the Village of Lakemore, and whereas the Village of Lakemore is home to a multitude of high-quality public and non-public schools from which parents can choose for their children, in addition to families who educate their children in the home. And whereas educational variety not only helps to diversify our economy, but also enhances the vibrancy of our community. And whereas the Village of Lakemore has many high-quality teaching professionals in all types of school settings who are committed to educating our children. And whereas School Choice Week is celebrated across the country by millions of students, parents, educators, schools, and organizations to raise awareness of the need for effective educational options. Now, therefore, I, Richard Cole Jr., do hereby recognize January 21st through 27th, 2024 as the Village of Lakemore School Choice Week. And I call this observance to the attention of all citizens. Section 1, that the Village of Lakemore will recognize January 21st to January 27, 2024 as School Choice Awareness Week. Section 2, that is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in the meetings to open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.2022 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary to the immediate preservation of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, Ohio, for continued operations of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall go in effect immediately. Resolution number 7337-2024. A resolution accepting the resignation of Tion Pickett as part-time patrolman with the Lakemore Police Department. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, Council regretfully accepts the resignation of Tion Pickett as part-time patrolman with the Lakemore Police Department and thanks him for his service. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and of any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Ordinance number 1838-2023. An ordinance to amending zoning code of the Village of Lakemore to clearly prohibit all skill-based amusement machines and any games operating in a similar manner to such games in the village, and to make amusement arcade businesses a prohibited use. Whereas council desires to regulate the operation of skill-based amusement machines as the term is defined in RC 2915.01 UU, as well as any games operating in similar manner to such games within the village, to prevent expansion of the casino-style gambling and secondary effects related thereto. And whereas the village's planning and zoning code identifies a number of permitted conditional and accessory uses of land. And whereas uses not expressly permitted, conditionally permitted, or permitted as accessory use to prohibited by the planning and zoning code. And whereas skill-based amusement machines and game operating in a similar manner are not permitted, conditionally permitted, or permitted as an accessory use in the village, are therefore permitted in the village. Whereas council finds the planning commission has recommended that the planning and zoning code be amended to clarify that all skill-based amusement machines, as a term is defined in the RC 2925.01 UU, and any other games operating in a similar manner be and hereby are permitted in the village. And whereas ordinance number 1101-1989, Lakemore zoning ordinance, conditionally permits amusement arcade businesses, ordinance number 1382-2007 and 1383-2007. Whereas ordinance number 1430-2010 and 1455-2011 regulate the closing hours of amusement arcades. Whereas amusement arcade businesses as defined by the village codifies ordinances operate similar to the skill-based amusement machines, and council desires to prohibit such use of the land as well. Whereas council finds that ordinance number 1382-2007, 1383-2007, 1430-2010, and 1455-2011, and any other ordinances or resolutions governing amusement arcade businesses should be repealed effective immediately. And whereas a public hearing was held by council on this matter pursuant to the requirements of section 713.12 of the Ohio Revised Code. Now therefore be it ordained by the council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1. Council hereby states that zoning code of the village is hereby amended to ambiguously state that all skill-based amusement machines, and that the term is defined in RC 2925.01 UU, and any other gaming operating in a similar manner, including those referenced in ordinance numbers 1382-2007, 1383-2007, 1430-2010, and 1455-2011, and any other similar ordinances are prohibited in the village. Section 2, ordinance numbers 1382-2007, 1383-2007, 1430-2010, and 1455-2011, as well as any other similar ordinances are hereby repealed, and any uses previously authorized by those sections are hereby prohibited. Section 3, any land in the village currently or previously used to operate skill-based amusement machine or any other gaming operating in a similar manner, including those identified in Section 1 of this ordinance, shall be treated as abandoned if the use ceases for more than 30 days. Once abandoned from the more than 30 days, the abandoned use in all similar uses are expressly prohibited and cannot be legal non-conforming uses of the land in the village. Section 4, Section 3 of this ordinance shall say all any provision of the village zoning code which provides for a different time frame for the abandonment of the uses of the land and legal confirming uses. Section 5, that any and all parts of this ordinance and resolutions of the Village of Lakemore which are inconsistent herewith be in the same hereby repealed, but if not inconsistent herewith, the same are hereby ratified and confirmed. Section 6, it is found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were in the meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 7, this ordinance shall take effect and be in full force at the earliest period by law. Ordinance number 1840-2024. An ordinance to amend ordinance 1795-2022, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2023. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, council improves to increase revenues in Lakemore Fire EMS Grant Fund 2052, $668,145.78 from the FEMA AFG grant for radios. Section 2, the Treasury for payments for any of the foregoing appropriations upon receiving proper certificates and vouchers, therefore approved by the board or officers authorized by law to approve the same or an ordinance or resolution of the council to make expenditures provided that no warrant shall be drawn or paid for salaries or wages except for persons employed by authority of and in accordance with law or ordinance. It shall be provided further that the appropriations for the contingencies can be expended upon an appeal of the 2/3 vote of council for items of expense constituting a legal obligation against the village for purposes other than those covered by specific appropriations herein made. Section 3, this ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this ordinance shall go in effect immediately. Ordinance number 1841-2024. An ordinance to amend ordinance 1833-2023. Make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2024. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit. Section 1. Council approves to increase appropriations in General Fund $24,500 for the 2023 audit and the backflow devices for Dodds Park. Lakemore Fire EMS Grant Fund 2052, $668,145.78 for radios. American Rescue Act Fund 2023, $2,000 for fire supplies. Section 2, Treasury for payments for any of the foregoing appropriations upon receiving the proper certificates and vouchers, therefore approved by the board or officers authorized by law to approve the same or an ordinance or resolution of the council to make expenditures provided that no warrant shall be drawn or paid for salaries or wages except to persons employed by authority of and in accordance with law or ordinance. It shall be provided further that the appropriations for contingencies can only be expended upon appeal of 2/3 vote of the council for items of expense constituting a legal obligation against the village for purposes other than those covered by other specific appropriations herein made. Section 3, this ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, Ohio. Therefore, this ordinance shall go in effect immediately.
That's a lot.
Did I miss one? I thought there was 2 more, but I must
Okay,
have.
so I
Don't wish that on her.
I know, I'm like,
Don't do
oh,
that to
2
me.
more, I'm sorry, you did a great job, that was a lot.
We'll move into the mayor's report. I just, in the interest of time, I'd just like to remind everyone that the Lakemore Food Pantry is Wednesday the 31st at 5 o'clock at Lakemore United Methodist Church. It's Wednesday, January 31st, 5 o'clock at Lakemore United Methodist Church. And with that, I'll start on my right with Sam for council reports, please.
Cool. I will make it short and sweet too. So the next council meeting is going to be February 5th. And then we have one on Tuesday, February 20th. Both of those are going to be 7 p.m. here. Also, as the schools are closing tomorrow, and it's not the first time it's gotten this cold with wind chill and everything. Just want to keep in mind, especially those that are sitting a little bit lower in the village than others, your water lines do have the tendency to freeze, and so keep a little trickle when you can. Open the cabinet doors, anything to prevent. Get some kind of heat going there. There's outlines for specific things that you can do, tips and stuff on our website, our Facebook page, as well as an emergency number just in case you need it. So.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank Spectrum Community Channel 1023, Frank, Jim, Dan, Cheyenne, and Carolyn for putting out their information for us. Channel is proud to serve our communities to provide access to local government meetings and programming and information for community events. They are currently running some special programs. Currently, right now, they're running the Shop with a Cop from 12/9, Center on the Lake from the dates from November 8th. Springfield Township Trustees meeting from 12/28, Springfield School Board of Education from January 9th, and Springfield Trustees Special Meeting from January 11th. The community members can access all current and past programming on demand via their new YouTube channel. Find it by searching Springfield Lakemore Community Channel, and you shall be able to find it. You can turn to Spectrum Channel 1023 for recent programming, and to view the current program schedule, go to the channel's Facebook page, and you can go online at springfieldtownship.us. Please let me know that any events or activities in the Lakemore and Springfield communities that you would like to see on the community channel by contacting any of your local government officials, and please let them know, and they can best to serve you. And with that, I thank them.
Good job, John.
Thanks, John.
That used to be our other council person's little spiel, so we pass it on to John to say.
Not like John, I got nothing to say tonight.
I really don't have anything. Tomorrow's a snow day, so that's pretty much it. That's all I'm excited for. No, I think you guys covered the meetings, right? Did you?
We still got workshop.
The workshop.
I don't have it in front of me.
Workshops are January
He's already
23rd
going through it.
and February 14th, each at 6 p.m.
Which may change. That is Ash Wednesday,
Okay.
and it's also Valentine's Day. Timing may change, date
Okay.
may change. We'll discuss that as a group, though.
Okay.
That February
Thanks, Ed.
14th date. Thanks, Ed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have anything else.
Thanks, Vicky. Ed, you're up.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Chief Reinbold for his service to our community. Appreciate all that you've done for us, and from what I can understand and what I see around the village, you have really served this community well. And again, thank you very much. And thank you for sharing him with us.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say that after, but it's the same thing as he said. Honestly, we love you. We're so sad to see you leave.
Yeah, come on in. I guess
I mean, it's
firemen
up to you.
over there.
If you like the
There's-
hallway, that's cool too.
Come
Come on in, guys.
Yeah,
We
hey.
can pick. Come on
Here
in.
comes the fire department.
There we go.
Hey.
Round of applause for you guys.
Hey, you missed your promotion earlier. We went through that already.
He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, congrats.
Right, here for the important stuff.
Congrats. Was that all, Ed?
That's all. I got.
Heather, you're up. Thanks, Ed.
I too would like to thank Chief Reinbold for all that you've done for the village. Not a lot of people know the behind the scenes stuff that Chief has done, the amount of grants that he has brought into the community that he's let us know about, pushed for all the hard work that he did that went into the fire station and getting that done, and the administrative offices. I mean, he was kind of a jack of all trades with a lot of the stuff around here in the village. So we sincerely appreciate everything you've done for this village. And it is going to be sad for us to see you go, but at least we know that you're going to a good place. So,
Across the pond.
Yeah, across the pond. But we sincerely appreciate everything that you have done and, your lovely wife supporting you all these years. So, and one of the things too that I know Chief Reinbold would back me on is because it is so cold, please, please, please bring in your pets. Dogs, cats. If you feed any stray cats or anything, please, if you can get them, bring them into your garage. If you can't take them into your home, it is super, super cold. I brought in one of our, stray cats that we feed. So, it's sad that, when you have animals out there that don't really have anybody to look out for them, people's pets kind of go missing. The winds have been terrible. People's gates are down. So you have animals that are used to being inside. So if you see an animal, please try to notify the proper people and try to get it help. But, just try to do what you can for our voiceless little fur companions in the village. So, the other thing that I would like to let people know about is this coming Thursday, the 18th at 6 p.m. We are having our usual packing for the Spartan Snack Pack. It is at 2141 Pickle Road. It's the old Boyer Kindergarten Center. It's now the administration offices in pre-K. So it is at 6 o'clock. Come in at the side doors by where the old cafeteria was. So if you are looking for volunteer hours, if you have a, community organization or a church or like a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout troop that is looking to get their volunteer badges, we welcome any, help that we can get. And it is always the third Thursday of the month. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me via my email, which can be found on the Village of Lakemore website. And, as of now, we are at 144 meals a week that go out. And next month, we will be starting a program where the families that receive the snack packs will be able to, we're having a pantry. It's not open to the public, so it's just going to be a pantry for the families that receive these snack packs, to kind of give them a little additional help through the month. So with that, that is all that I have. So,
Thanks, Heather.
all right.
So unless there's any objections, I'd like to ask Laura if you have anything to report from the phone. Laura, do you have anything to say?
I would like to say something later, but not at this time.
Okay, well, just shout loudly so we can hear you. It's a full house, okay?
will.
All right, thank you. Okay, having said that, Tracy's not here for an administrator's report. We'll go right into appearing before council. Mr. Jurgen, you're back. Nice to see you.
And you have an audience now.
You have a big audience, yeah. Please welcome you to the podium. Please state your name and your address and your reason for speaking this evening.
John Jurgen, 1177 Hanover Drive. It's a two-part comment. About 13 years ago, the Village of Mogador, a group of volunteers decided they wanted to have a holiday festival. So they called it Christmas in the Village. And then they realized, well, we need a few more volunteers to pull this thing off, manpower. So a couple of them approached me at the time and said, "Hey, John, will you help us out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you need?" "Well, we know you don't mind telling people where to go. And we also know that sometimes you don't mind telling them how to get there." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, so what?" And she says, "Well, we want someone to man the information desk and pass out any flyers or information, and we need you to tell people where to go at what time for what event." I couldn't think of a good reason not to do that. I did say, I haven't been a resident of the village for over 35 years. And they said, "Doesn't matter, you know everybody. You'll have a lot of fun." So I couldn't think of a good reason to decline, so I accepted it. And I did have a lot of fun. It was a great time. And so next year and every year they'd call me up and say, "Hey, you want to do that again?" "Sure, okay, fine." Well, this year, and of course we moved from Suffield to here, and Mayor Rick called me and said, "Hey, John, we need you to do this again." And I'm like, "Mike, you certainly know I'm not a resident and no longer a part of the Mogador School District, and you sure it's okay?" And they go, "Well, yeah, we can't get anybody else to do this, so would you do this?" And I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I look forward to doing that. I wasn't able to do it though, unfortunately, which gets us to part two, but I did see some pictures from the event, and the Santa Claus there looked very familiar to me. And a lot of people were telling me this guy did a great job. He was really good with the kids and everything. And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that's our mayor." So good job, Mayor. I appreciate it. And it's good that you help out a neighbor. And I'm a big believer in karma, and it sounds like karma flows back to here too, from the Village of Mogador. So it worked out. Anyway, the reason I couldn't attend is we got up Saturday morning, and my wife couldn't breathe well. She has congestive heart failure and pulmonary hypertension, big words, which means her heart and lungs don't work as well to get oxygen in her blood. She's on oxygen, supplemental oxygen. Anyway, she says, I can't really breathe, so I took a blood ox reading, and it was like 80, which is not good. So, checked the machine, checked the line, turned it up, okay. What's it now? Well, I got her kind of up to 90, which is kind of okay, but so I turn it back down, it plummets. Okay, need some help. So, called 911 and talked to dispatcher, very nice lady. Stayed on the line with me till the squad got there. Squad showed up, young man, young woman, came in. In the stress of the situation, I did not get their names to tell you. I wish I could. They're very capable, very competent. They assessed the situation, took their own readings, and it's like, okay, time to go. Where do you want to go? So, and they took her and did a good job. I stopped down to tell the chief to thank him, but of course he wasn't there. And when I visited, and so I talked to the acting chief and thanked him. That quality of people, I firmly believe, comes from great command staff in the department. So, and I thank you and I thank them, and I just wanted to let you know what a great job they did. So that's all I had to say.
Thank you for that.
Thank
Thank you for sharing
Perfect
that.
night for that.
Yes, thank you. And we hope your wife is okay now.
Every time you visit the hospital, you go down and hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes, we are very blessed to have a lot of good
The
members.
department we have, right?
The
Amen.
department we have, and that is thanks to Chief.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
got a lot of good things,
Well, thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have a lot to go over this evening, right? Mr. Ray, would you start us off with old business, and then we'll go right into new business?
Sure.
Again, with two from you, Mr. Ray, so if you would take the first three items off the agenda,
Yeah,
please, thank you.
absolutely. So first up, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 1838-2023. This is an ordinance to amend zoning code of the Village of Lakemore to clearly prohibit all skill-based amusement machines and any games operating in a similar manner to such games in the village, and to make amusement arcade businesses a prohibited use.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
New business?
All right. For new business, first one, I want to make a motion to adopt resolution 7335-2024. This one is a resolution amending the ordinance 1555-2016, an ordinance revising the pay for the zoning inspector for the Village of Lakemore and declaring an emergency. So with that, I would like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 readings for
I'll
this.
second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. All right, and the original?
I'll second the original.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
All right, and last for this, I think, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 7337-2024. This is a resolution accepting the resignation of Tion Pickett as part-time patrolman with the Lakemore Police Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 readings.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
All right, the original?
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Heather. Any discussion, council?
Just sorry to see
Seeing
him
none.
go.
Yeah, sorry.
I really liked him. He was a good guy. So we wish him the best.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Okay, John, in new business,
Yeah.
you have 6 in a row.
All
He's
right.
here. Okay, we'll rock and roll. Yeah, we
All right, I'd like to make a resolution to adopt resolution number, or make a resolution, geez, wow.
Start that over.
Start that over. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7328-2024, a resolution approving the promotion of fire medic Jeremy Deach to lieutenant of the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes. I'll second the original as well.
Any discussion?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Hasn't passed yet, guys. Come on.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, congratulations.
Okay, I'd like to adopt resolution number 7329-2024, a resolution approving the promotion of Lieutenant Bryce Hoof to the captain of the Village of Lakemore. But first, I would like to
Nice.
dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
I'll second the original as well.
Should we clap?
Any discussion?
Not yet.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Now, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7330-2024, a resolution approving the Lakemore Fire Department to apply for the grant with the Ohio Bureau of Workmen's Compensation for purchase of safety equipment and supplies. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I second.
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Any discussion?
Is this the one I sent you?
No.
Oh, this is a
A
different
different one, yeah. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7331-2024, a resolution approving the Lakemore Fire Department to apply to the Ohio State Fire Marshal's Equipment Grant for fire supplies. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. I'll second the original.
Thank you. Any discussion? I think you sent me this one, but they'd already got it going, but roll call, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7332-2024, a resolution confirming the mayor's appointment of Laura Cochran, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for 2024. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thanks. Are there any discussion, council? Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Okay, last but not least, one I truly do not wish to read.
Right.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7333-2024, the resolution accepting the resignation of Chief Reinbold with the Lakemore Fire Department. First, I'd like to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes. I had to hold on a second.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes. I'll second the original as well.
Any discussion?
Should we go down the row?
I could have voted no.
It's not
You can't go.
approving,
Yeah, we're all voting
It only
no.
matters how you vote.
Right.
Should we just go down the row?
Simultaneously, no. You're not
Yeah, I
allowed to go.
know. Well, I just want to say, since we're in discussion now, I'm sorry to see you go. I mean, I know that you're not going to be far, right? I know, gosh, 2020, 2019, when we were doing like pay raises or something, I said, you know, there's chiefs that usually you can, they're like pinnacles of the department, right? Like Bittner was, like Sands was, even Dad. And I I said then, I still believe that you are one of those, right?
Yeah.
Your crew, it's gonna be whole. I mean, yes, there's gonna be something else, someone else, but I mean, it's not gonna be you, right? So, and I'm happy to hear that you're still gonna be there for words of wisdom or just to guide us from across the pond. So, I'm sad to see you go, you know, but I'm so proud of you for doing what you need to do.
I'm leaving you with incredible leadership, so.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
I
you
am
for
so
that.
thankful for everything that you've brought to the team thus far, and I'm, you know, happy that you're doing what you have to do for your family and your fur babies. So,
Thanks.
I have to add one thing. I've never seen anyone in a department head care so much about the people that work under them. This guy right here really, truly cares about all the people.
Don't tell them that.
I'm serious. He comes in here, he fights for you guys. I mean, any boss, that's the boss you want to have, and I know
you're
you
the
guys
only
agree.
people he likes. No.
Yeah, I'm serious. He fought really hard for you guys all the time,
Yeah.
and it really showed when he came in here.
He's declined raises.
Yeah, I mean, you
He
guys
said give it to the guys.
give it to them, give it to them,
wife
give it
didn't
to
know
them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So even though you are leaving Lakemore, I think a part of your heart is going to be here forever, sir.
I think he still has a
I
office
think that-
here. When he needs to run away from over there, he can come over here.
This is the
We need
first
to
time
get-
I'll have an official office, probably. Like,
We need a pontoon that he can just drive across
Right.
the lake.
Of course, now you leave, now that it's no longer snowing in your office. So, you know,
Like you weathered that storm.
Yeah, and now you leave it.
He's went with no air and no heat.
Well, Laura?
When they're done, this is when I would like to say.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
absolutely.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Laura.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I really don't wanna, to have to say, you know, this has just been something that we've always thought might happen, but never wanted to happen. And I am just so privileged that I have been able to work with you for a long time. And I wish you the very best. And the one thing that I am so grateful for is that you are leaving your department in great shape. You're leaving it with wonderful people to run it right now. And, you were back in the day when we were in fiscal emergency, and you've come such a long way. A lot more than just the fire chief. I mean, you helped with the construction, you helped everybody else. I'm just so happy for you, but not for me, and not for everybody else sitting around that table. But I really do wish you the best, and thank you for all the time and effort you put in to not just your job, but helping everybody else that works for the village as well. So good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I believe this. You 15 years here in Lakemore, is that right?
15 years this June.
I knew we were close, if not there. And I remember Laura was part of that committee that selected our chief at the moment, and it was a blessing. And you've grown the department immeasurably in every which way, in leadership and depth and skill sets and equipment and
They make me look good.
they do.
They all agreed at the same time. They were like,
You're an amazing chief and friend and
And you know
brother.
what else he's amazing at? I wish from the day he came there, he would have kept track of how many different grants he has gotten
Right.
in our village.
Right?
especially here.
I wish we did.
I don't know.
This one
but,
was the biggest one.
so many
$1 million.
grants that we can't thank
I
you
don't know
for.
how.
That's something to celebrate.
Yeah.
I mean, you worked really hard to find those things for us, and
This grant will give you guys radios and new gear for the next 10 years.
sending us out with a bang. Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Richard, can I speak?
Absolutely.
Chief, being a retired military person, I appreciate a strong chain of command.
Yeah.
And chain of command starts at the top and works down. The young man just got promoted to lieutenant. I'm sure you took him under your wing, and this is what we need to do as a lieutenant.
Probably
and
the
this
other
and
way
this and this. And they say the most horrible thing in any organization is a new lieutenant with a clipboard. So don't carry a clipboard. But no, the chain of command is highly important. It starts from the top down. If you're not training your replacement, you're missing the boat. obviously you have done that. And again, thank you for all you've done for the village. Just hearing some of the things that you have done, how did you have time to do anything else?
He didn't. He's like, all right.
I'll take it from the wife, that it's a true story. And good luck in your new assignment, like you said, just across the pond, so.
I'll still be here a lot, I'm sure.
I hope
We
so.
hope so.
So,
We all hope so.
I guess we ought to pass this, huh?
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
come on, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Do we have to vote on it one more time?
We have to
I
vote.
was gonna say,
I mean, one thing too, I mean, everyone and their brother said the fire levy would never pass in Lakemore, and that passed 3-1. I mean, you
I know.
worked so hard for that.
absolutely.
And the people so appreciate you and all the programs and the wellness checks and everything that you've implemented and furthered, you know, from Chief Bittner and the chiefs in the past. It's just, I mean, an amazing story, and we're thankful for you. Let's vote. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Roll call, please.
All right. Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
yes.
It's bad enough
Mr.
it
Reitner?
started on you.
Regrettably, yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Sadly, yes.
Mr. Ray?
I guess.
Was that a yes
I
or
guess.
no?
Yeah.
That's,
I've never seen Richard slam one down before. He didn't like
golly
that.
gee. Mrs. Kuntz, it's
All
your
right.
turn.
I
Yeah.
have one, let me get this, find it, okay. I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7336-2024. A resolution proclaiming the village of Lakemore will recognize January 21 to January 27, 2024 as School Choice Awareness Week. But first, I would like to dispense with the 3 reads.
I second,
Roll call.
All right. Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
I second the original,
Thanks, Ed. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Reitner?
yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Thank you, Nikki, for sponsoring. Thank you, council, for passing that.
Before we go on, we didn't
Well,
ask if.
Heather has some more.
Oh, I just, like, we didn't ask if he needed to say anything, or he wanted to say
I
anything.
think that'll be later.
You want to do later? Okay. I just didn't want to miss the opportunity.
You're actually mic'd up, so.
Yeah. The time would have been then, but I
Yeah.
didn't,
We
you know.
sped that along. I
Yeah.
hear you. All right.
Would you like to say something?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great honor to be, and to be here for so long, and to lead these great men and women, so I appreciate it.
Well, you will be missed.
Yeah.
And I'll miss it too.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that
Yeah.
before anybody had to leave, that's all.
We had so many nice things
Well, hopefully
to say.
people are gonna stay for cake. I have some
Yeah.
cake. A thank you cake.
Literally.
There's a story,
It's a
but
funny story, we'll look at that cake later, okay?
Heather, to wrap it up, we have 3 from Miss Anderson. Go ahead and take all 3. please.
Alrighty. I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution 7334-2024. A resolution requesting that the Summit County Fiscal Officer make an advance payment of tax funds for tax year 2023 payable in 2024 to the Village of Lakemore Treasury. But first, I would like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
Second,
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
yes.
Second the original.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes. I would like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 1840-2024, an ordinance to amend ordinance 1795-2022, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023. But first, I would like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. I'll second the original.
Thanks, Sam. Any discussion, council? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kuntz?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
All right, and lastly for me, I would like to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 1841-2024, an ordinance to amend ordinance 1833-2023, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
A second.
Roll call.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
I second the original.
Any discussion, council? Thanks, Ted. Roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
I would like to make a motion
Somebody.
So I was going
Yeah.
to dispense with the regular order of business for award presentation purposes.
I second.
Thanks, Ed. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, it is an absolute honor and privilege, as sad as it is, that I present our fire chief. Would you come forward, please? Our fire chief for a short while more with this plaque that has an eagle on it. That's one of our little Lakemore eagles there, and it says, "Soaring above the rest." I opted to go with this because you know you're the fire chief and you know you're a fireman and all that good stuff, but I want you to remember us from Lakemore and how you've helped us rise from the ashes and truly soar as a department and as a community and personally as friends and brothers. I mean, you improve everywhere that you go. And everyone that you see, everyone you meet is better because of you, and Lakemore is absolutely a part of that as well. So I want to thank you. This is a plaque, and it says, presented to Chief Brett Reinbolt on January 16th, 2024, which is today. And it says, thank you, Chief, for your many years of dedicated service to the Village of Lakemore. So we hope you never forget us. We love you.
Put it in my new office.
I hope you will. I hope you'll
You just wiped it.
I hope you'll. I wiped it on my for good luck, Buddha belly. It's good luck. I hope that. I hope you'll put it in your office to remember us.
I'm not gonna forget you.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Any words except you'll miss us?
No, it's been an honor. I learned a lot. Gave me the opportunity I have now. So these guys are incredible. So
Yeah, we think so
continue
too.
support.
You guys got anything you want to say?
Yeah.
I'll tell them in private.
I'll tell him.
I guess I'll say something.
Get out.
Please do.
You want to come to the podium?
I guess I have to now.
Go on, Crocs.
Come on, you got it.
I've been with Lakemore for a little less than a year and a half now. This was my first fire job here. I came fresh out of school, out of EMT school. I didn't know much about the job and I didn't know much about what my career was going to be like. And the first day I stepped into Chief Reinbold's office, he instantly made me feel welcome. He was a great mentor for me. He really has been able to be a stepping stone for me to be able to be who I am today. And I'm upset he's leaving. You know, it's kind of like second home to me. I love him as a guy and as my chief, and just want to congratulate him for his opportunity, and I know that great things are going to come for him. So, thank you. Chief.
Thank you.
They love you.
And I
Anybody
would just
else?
like to say to the gentleman here, do not get any ideas to go across the pond. He did not set this up for y'all to follow him, so.
There is
All right.
not going to be Springfield Station 2.
Exactly.
I will second that Chief has really put everybody else before himself.
Yeah.
I've been here a little over 3 years, and sure, you can say that since you've been here, which is a long time, but Chief is the reason a lot of us stay, because he cares about us, we're family, he's family, so regardless of if he's here or there, still family. We're always a phone call away, Sure, we'll see you plenty of times.
I still gotta come save your ass.
Oh, well, it's so
Burn.
nice to hear from you guys.
Anyone
Never get to
else?
hear it from
Anyone
the-
else want to say anything?
I don't do that, but
That's, yeah.
He's like
me
private.
and Chief been together for a long time, almost 8 years now, so
Wow.
he knows how much I care.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
y'all are gonna make me cry.
I know it's a rough night.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to say? Mindy, go ahead.
Thank you. I mean, it's been an
Yeah.
honor working for you. Been on here for a year, and I really enjoyed working for you. So, thank you.
And Mindy, thank you for sharing him with us. And I know
No.
there's midnight calls, 2 a.m. calls, and
Yeah, we should be thanking the wife who's
I-
like
I know
holding
it's
it down.
you've carried us a long way, both of you. Thank you.
We'll still be around Lakemore.
You can't get rid of us.
I
You
hope
guys-
not. Okay.
All right.
Is there a motion?
I will make a motion to return to the regular order of business.
A second.
Roll call, please. Sorry.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
And I will, did you want to say something?
I don't think there's a purpose for executive session this evening, council. Anybody?
Nope.
No? Okay. Go ahead.
Then I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Coontz?
I beat you.
Roll call,
You say
please.
yes, Mrs. Coontz?
Yes, please.
There you go. Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
All right.
All right, we're adjourned.
Adjourn
Stay
at
for cake.
8:01.
Yes, please stay
Stay
for
for cake, please. Nikki, will you do the honors?
Yes, I will get the cake.
Unless Mindy wants to.